Have you ever dreamed about submitting your own book to literary agents, getting it published for the entire world to see? I think it's a dream that we all hold. But there is a process and it is difficult. So, a little bit about me. My name's Ariana. I have been a graphic designer full-time, working remotely for about 10 years. I left my job about a year ago, and I spent last year working on my very first illustrated children's book called A World Within, which I'm very, very proud of, and it has gotten really good reviews. And it's just so me. It's just like my soul coming out. But as happy as I am with the, self-publishing, I have been delving a lot more into what traditional publishing is. And this is a whole nother territory. It is, first of all, I think the average timeline from when a publisher likes your book is like 1 to 3 years. So it is a long-term thing. The pay is not the best, but over time, it's a dream that we all hold. I mean, it's a dream that I have. And I'm sure that if you're watching this video, then you're wondering exactly what a book submission is, what it looks like, and what things that you need, what you need to know when you submit to the agents. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show you page by page my own book submission that I submitted to literary agents and got rejected from. And I made the decision that I'm going to scrap that book, but I just want to show you the outline so that you can get an idea of what it looks like so that you are able to make yours and start submitting to agents. And let me just tell you, it is a wonderful, fun ride of rejection. Oh, I don't think it's a right fit. Oh, I didn't connect to the story. You're talented, but you're not what we're looking for, type of thing. And that's okay. It's part of the process. Anyways, let's get into it. So what exactly a book submission is it's pretty much like a PDF outline of what your book will look like. And the good news, you can just have rough sketches. So as long as it shows the general idea, it has the text and the layout in the book, has your rough sketches, then that should be good. But I would say 1 to 3 of the pages would have to be fully colored. And that is very, very important because the agent needs to be able to get a feel of the style and understand what the book would look like if it was fully colored. Okay, so I am going to show you my actual book dummy. And I'm not gonna lie to you because you are my close best friend. I filmed this like 3 times already, and I spoke through each page, and it was really, really boring. And I told myself if I was a human being, I would fall asleep watching this video. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just show you page by page with some music behind it so I don't put you to sleep. So you're welcome. So that was my story. And I'll just talk a little bit about my story and why I decided to scrap it and just, move on with it. First of all, the drawings are not that great. I mean, it's pretty simple sketches, single lines. I think my next book, I'm going to have some shading. I'm going to make it look better visually. Second of all, this book fits in the mental health anxiety area, which is very, very saturated right now in the children's book world, which there's nothing wrong with that. But to be honest, this story is very, very basic and boring. And I can honestly say that I probably own books that are similar to this. I've seen many, many books that are very similar to this story when I go to bookstores. And I know that agents want stories that are interesting and like they laugh at it or they're like, what? That's such an interesting idea. And this book is just so bland. It's just, there's nothing that out of the box or unique about it. I chose this book because I liked the idea of visually showing a child having anxiety and, they don't know how to control their thoughts. And the book basically will teach a child about deep breathing, and it has the exercise of where the parent can actually talk to their child and they can do deep breathing together. And just so that a child, like they can understand that their thoughts don't control them. Their thoughts are pretty much just clouds that pass by. And just like as me, a human dealing with anxiety all of the time, I am always trying to tell myself all of these thoughts and these negative, anxious moments that I have are just clouds going by. They don't control me. I can watch the anxiety and fear pass me, but they don't have power over me. And I really like that lesson. And that was kind of the story behind this book and why, I chose this story. Lastly, I did want the book to end like where she falls asleep, because when I've spoken to parents, they love books that are bedtime stories and the types of books that will help put a child to sleep. And I feel like this book does a good job of that. I mean, it shows her very comfortably asleep and she's feeling connected to the stars and she has no anxiety, and it's amazing. I am happy with this book, but I know that I know that it's just not good enough, and I'm totally fine with that. And I'm very happy to be able to share it with you so that you can create something better than me and get a book deal maybe before me, because I am moving slow and figuring my life out right now. Okay, I just wanted to do a quick talk about portfolio because it is very important to have a portfolio, especially if you're submitting to agents. And honestly, all you need is about, I would say, 10 good pieces. 10 to 15 good pieces. Make sure that the illustrations are cohesive, that you have a very specific style that fits who you are. And then just make sure that the images are telling a story. So it's like narrative illustrations. So there's a scene, there's a person talking to another person. There's something going on. Like you look at that picture and like you're wondering what is going on in this story. Like you can tell that it's not just a pretty picture. There's something, a story that's happening. And yeah, so I would say it's important to make sure that you have a website if you're taking it seriously. But you could probably use I don't know, like Dribble or Behance. I mean, the main thing is you show that you have good work and you have a consistent style that looks good. Okay, and for this last part, this is just extra stuff to have on the side alongside of your book submission and your portfolio link. So I will usually have just a little bit of a bio about me ready to go to send. They will also want book titles that are similar to the book that you're submitting because they want to be able to sell the book to the agency. Have the word count of your book ready to go. Have the all of the copy that you can just copy and paste for the book. And I've been doing half of Manuscript Wishlist and then also going on the website and just directly emailing the literary agent with the full size. But those are things just to keep in mind when you're submitting. It is a journey, and there are a lot of rejections that you will go through, and that is just part of the process. I'm not gonna lie, the first rejection I got, I cried my eyes out. But it gets easier every time. Like after each rejection, I was like, oh, okay. Oh, it's not that bad. So good luck. Go make that book. I know that you want to make a book and you want to submit it and you know that it is good enough. And I'm very, very curious to know how far along you are in your book submitting journey, what type of book that you're working on, what the story is about. Yeah, anything. Just drop a comment, say hi, anything. Anyways, yeah, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you in another video. Bye.